Happy New Year and welcome to 2023. Let's kick off the year with a bang with a pair of gloves that are $2,050 US. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. I'm Coach Simon and here on Fit to Box channel I bring you all things box and equipment. Recently I did a Fit to Box World Cup for gloves under 30 English pounds, under 35 US dollars. Today we are going to the other extreme of the prices that you can pay when you're buying your boxing equipment. In here I have got the beautiful Nardo gloves that I have shown when I did the unboxing of these gloves. Today is the full review and also the rating and the ranking as well, which I do on all of my review videos. So let me just bring these out. So obviously you get the beautiful leather case, you get the beautiful gloves, the EMINENCE range because of that thumb, and I'll come to that in a second. But these are the Atelier, Nardo Atelier gloves, and these are the top line of gloves that Nardo does. Of course, he has brought out his worldwide gloves, and the worldwide edition, they are his second line, which are cheaper. So let me just move this out of the way and I'll go through sort of the worldwide. So worldwide, basically what he does is he builds, he constructs a batch of gloves. You don't get to choose the colours or anything about the gloves. They're sort of ready-made, they're ready to ship actually. And then what he does, because he's doing that and there's no sort of customization involved, he does do them at a much lower price. Now that lower price is 450 UK pounds, but let's just focus today on these. The Nardo Atelier top line in that beautiful leather, made with Italian calf leather, and then we've also got in there, you've got a mixed Kevlar polyester thread for the stitching and beautiful craftsmanship. These gloves made from start to finish by one man, Nardo, Filippo Nardo, and he obviously from sort of laying the leathers out on his sort of worktop to posting them, he does it all. So that is pretty unique when it comes to boxing gloves, especially when you have some of the lower down boxing gloves which are sort of high production in terms of they're just getting loads and loads of gloves out. These really are a work of art. So as I bring that round, as I've said before with the unboxing, we've got the leather case, you've got the balm, you've got the glove bag. Just to point out to you that if he ever does any offers, if he ever does any offers, say he puts 50% off a pair of gloves, then it is just for the gloves. You don't get those free gifts. So as I bring that to the camera, you can pick these up from filippodinardo.com, and if you do order a pair, then you are going to expect 90 to 100 working days for him to construct these and to get them to you. And the price of these, as I said in the intro, 2,050 US dollars, 2,000 euros, or 1,760 English pounds. There's free shipping on that, but if he's in Italy, I'm in the UK, we are no longer in Europe according to Brexit, so I did have to pay a further charge, which was a customs charge, and that customs charge did come out to about £115. So again, you have to factor that in to the cost. Okay, so there is the new badge that he has gone with, and let's have a closer look at these gloves. So the Nardo Atelier EMINENCE range, as you can see at the bottom there, and I'll point out he has changed the woven badge. That used to be the old one, okay, and that is now changed to this one. Now some people, when they're looking at the shape of them, obviously they're not like, and I'll bring this across, I'll bring a glove in, which is the winning glove. So with a winning, yeah, they're a very standard shape, and obviously with Nardo it's a different type of shape. Some people love that old school type shape, and some people prefer this type shape. But as I bring that round, you can see you've got the silver at the rear there with the 4 hearts in the Nardo logo, and as I bring it round, you've got the same logos featured on the thumb. And then across the front there you have got a new grip bar, which I'll cover off. You can see the stitching, and then you've got that EMINENCE thumb there. And then of course, just to make sure that you know that these gloves are the real deal, you've got an embossing there, and he's also got a metal cover there. So on most gloves, if I show you on these ones, you will see on most gloves, I'm just trying to find it for you, there is a join when it comes to the leather, and that join on these ones is a bit higher up, so you can see that join there. Okay, sometimes it's lower down, so if I show you on the winning, as I bring that round, see they've got the join there. And what he's tried to do with these is he's gone with a cover, a metal ferrule cover that's got a little Nardo logo on there as well. It is covered by the laces. I would say that that does need to be taped over when you are sparring, definitely. Not so much obviously on the bags, but definitely when you're sparring. So let's bring it round and show you the knuckle. So in there it's got the Tutela Evo padding, which is my favourite padding when it comes to Nardo, and that is sort of a medium to soft padding. You can see as it goes in there. What I will say though is, as you've got your hand in, and I'll just put that there, is when you pull a fist, then obviously it does firm up. So just by putting my hands and pressing that doesn't do it full justice. When you've got your hand in, you put it into a fist, it firms up a little as well. So then I bring it round, you've got that new EMINENCE thumb that goes around the EMINENCE muscle at the base of the thumb, and that's designed to reduce pressure at the base of the thumb and allow a tighter fist. And I do think that it does achieve that, and I like the fact that Nardo is thinking about the fist position, the hand position, and the muscles in the hands, and he's trying to improve the boxing glove. Then we turn around and we've got the wrist. So you've got that new woven label there, 16 ounce Tutela Evo, and as I say, we've gone over the embossing and also that little metal ferrule that covers there. And then as I go onto the face, you've got a large grip bar. So in there, he has got interwoven polyethylene threads. Okay, and that gives a rigid, good grip on that grip bar. I do think it's a little long, I have to say. I think if it was a little bit shorter, it would bring the glove in. And then as we go down there, you can see the stitching. Okay, so it's beautiful stitching and how it's made. There you've got that brass cover, as I've said, and then I'll show you the stitching all the way around as well. So you can see you've got that thumb where it goes inside the actual glove as well, and of course the padding in there, you can have a padding replacement service on this glove as well. So it's not like other gloves where once the padding's done, the glove's done. These can be given a new life after that padding's done. And in there you've got that logo, the gold logos on the black, and that is a really nice tear resistant polyester resin lining. Okay, really nice. And when it comes to even the thread, what he uses, that's a Kevlar polyester semi-stretch anti-tear thread as well. So all of the leather, the lining, the stitching is all made out of top quality Italian materials. Okay, first to the scale is the left glove. There, just put the laces on there. That's 17.0. Okay, so for a lace-up glove, that's a little over. And then, there we go. And we've got, again, 17. So they both weigh exactly the same. So let's have a look at the comfort. As you can see from the lining there, it's a beautiful lining. Slip my hand into there, and you've got that eminence thumb. There is the eminence muscle on the base of the thumb, and what he's done is he's redesigned that part to give more room for that muscle. So if I show you on a previous version how sort of that base of that thumb is sort of more straight, this one sort of goes out more and gives you a little bit more room. I do like that. I don't think it's going to change the world, but it is a new feature that he's put onto there. I would like to see those thumbs in a little bit more, actually. In terms of comfort though, around your hands, they're very comfortable around your hands, and these gloves are always in the open position until you put them into the fist position. There's a lot of gloves out there that are already in the fist position and you have to force them into the open position. Of course, because they're so easy and they're already fixed in the open position, very easy to catch shots with these gloves, and also obviously then as you're making the contact, you're then going into your fist. The knuckle area, it's a good knuckle area. These are the Tutela Evo, and you can see the padding that is used on each of the gloves, because he puts that on a little patch that is underneath the badge there, Tutela Evo. He also, as you can see, puts the ounces on there as well. So the finger area, he's actually improved the finger area from earlier Nardo gloves that I had. So he is much more comfortable on the finger pads. It's comfortable at the rear of the fingernails and at that first knuckle. There is no discomfort there. There is no discomfort on the knuckle, and there's no discomfort at the thumb either. And the thumb, of course, is a point where a lot of gloves have issues with the comfort. So in terms of actual comfort of these gloves, they are top notch. Let me bring the other one on as well. And again, exactly the same when it comes to this one. So the only thing I would say though is, if you can have a look at the grip bar, it is an improved grip bar, but for me, I think it's a little long. I think if that was a bit shorter, then the gloves would be a little bit more sort of in that way. But as it is, that is quite long. It does enable you to do a really good fist. You can really feel the new grip bar as you come into that fist, and you can definitely make it so that your punch surface is that, not that. So that is good. You can feel the grip bar. I can feel the grip bar even though I haven't got hand wraps on. With hand wraps, it's even better. So there is an improvement there, but I just think if that was a little bit shorter, that would just help the glove become a little bit more compact. They're quite, in that position there, they're quite wide gloves. And I'll bring that round. So in sparring, as I say, to catch the shots, fine, because they're already in that lovely position. What I will say is that metal seam there, which is to cover a seam, it's like a little metal cover. I would always, with these gloves, use tape over them. Even though it's not sharp and it's hidden behind the laces, I still wouldn't risk it. I'd still put some tape on, but I'd put tape on anyway if someone was sparring with lace-up gloves. So I don't see it being an issue, but I definitely would use glove tape to cover that over. Then what I would say to you as well is, when it comes to the bag, that grip bar is great. They feel lovely on the bags. I really do like them on the bags. So what I am going to do though is I am introducing today a new Fit to Box luxury division. Now normally my super heavyweight division was from 401 English pounds and above. Now I'm going to change that, and the reason I'm going to change it is because now he's bought out the worldwide gloves. That means that I didn't want to put these gloves in the same division as the worldwide gloves. Also, I have got sort of the Grant gloves where they've got their stock model and then they've got their custom model. Again, their custom model are a lot more expensive, so they fit better in the new luxury division rather than the super heavyweight division. So the super heavyweight division will now be from 401 English pounds to 800 pounds, or $501 US dollars to 950 US dollars. And then I'll have the luxury division, which is 801 English pounds and above, or 950 US dollars and above. Okay, so that is sort of to whatever prices that gloves would go to. So I did want to do that. So let's get up on screen now the card for these gloves, the Nardo Atelier EMINENCE range. I've gone style 97. Now with the style, you know, I have had comments in the previous videos I've done. Some people don't like the style of Nardo gloves. I understand that. They do look different from, say, a normal glove, as in like a winning style glove, where they're a bit more uniform. That is how Nardo is styled. If you love it, then buy them. If you don't love it, then don't. That's all I can say when it comes to the styling. Comfort 97, I've been over the Comfort. They're a comfortable glove on both hands. Durability with the quality of materials used and the craftsmanship 97. And sparring 96. Bag 98, I do prefer them on the bag. Value for money, I've gone 92 at that price point, which is of course 1,760 UK pounds or 2,000 euros or 2,050 US dollars. So I have gone value for money 92. I've also figured in as well that you do get the repadding service, which means that once that padding is done, you can send it back to Filippo and he will repad them. That will extend the life. So I have included that in the value for money score as well. So they come out at 96.1, 5 fit to box stars, which is in the clarification of the best. I really do love what he does. I know that from some people's pockets they're a stretch too far. I understand that, but I also understand that I've got friends that have got watches that they pay £2,000, £3,000, £4,000, £5,000, £6,000 for watches, and I would never pay that. I've also got a friend who's got a collection of those sort of watches, and he doesn't spend any more than about £100 on his boxing gloves. He never goes out with those watches. They're just in a cupboard somewhere, and he boxes every day. So for me, it's about priority. It's about what you use and what you want to spend your money on. And of course, you have got a choice what you spend your money on. So if you do fancy a pair of these, then I can only tell you what they're like, and then you can decide whether or not they're for you and your budget. But these are the new Fit to Box Luxury Price Division Champions, and if you look on my website fittoboxchannel.com, you will see that new division featuring these gloves, also the other Nardo gloves and the higher end Grant gloves as well. So as any other gloves come out that are in that price range of 801 English pounds or more, then they will go into that new luxury division. So one last look at them as I bring them round for you to have a look at. Really do love what Filippo brings to this space, and I know that he has people out there. He has people that love him, he has people that hate him, but I really do like the personality that he brings, because so many of those brands out there have got no personality whatsoever. They just churn out their gear and there's nothing behind them. At least Filippo brings something to the table when it comes to his personality. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.